Hi, yes, thank you for giving us an opportunity to speak with everyone, both live and in the recording for future viewing. This is just a great opportunity for us to follow up on the participation we had during the AISES National Conference. It was great. We had about 16 people from NSA there from many STEM fields, whether in math, computer science, we had engineering, large representations there. And then we participated in STEM Day. So we're just glad we can be a co-sponsor of that event. And my name is Nathan Brownigal. I work in the cybersecurity directorate here at the National Security Agency. In addition to that, I have a collateral duty where I am the chair of NSA's American Indian Alaska Native Employee Resource Group. So it's a good a secondary duty that I have where I really get to represent the interests of the AIN population here, both our members and our allies, and we have a strong network of allies here who really get to bring that expertise to share with students at places like the AISES National Conference and at universities throughout the country. So I came to NSA. I'll just share my story here. I'm Akaman Otham from the Gila River Indian community in Arizona. If you're not familiar with that, that is just south of Phoenix. Grew up there, graduated from Arizona State University, and then joined the Marine Corps, where I wasn't necessarily in STEM, but I was a what you call a cryptologic linguist, which has some ties to this type of work. So I was Arabic, Pashto, and Somali linguist, and picked up another couple languages here and there. I applied to my work in cybersecurity because, as I always joke, that until Skynet becomes autonomous, people at the other end of the computer is always going to be a human being. So we need to understand cybersecurity threats in that context. So after the Marine Corps, I took an internship program through the Marine Corps Intelligence Activity under the Department of Defense, and joined Marine Forces Cyberspace Command there as a cybersecurity analyst. And after that, getting my master's degree in telecommunications, I joined the DoD Cyber Crime Center. I did more of a forensic analysis of things, also cybersecurity threats, and then joined the NSA after that, where I've been working in the cybersecurity directorate for a number of years now. As not only a cybersecurity threat analyst, but also as a supervisor, which is one of my I think it's part of the work that I enjoy the most, where I get to mentor my junior employees and help them learn and grow in their roles, and work towards our mission here, which is spreading cybersecurity threats and informing our higher level customers with foreign intelligence. And aside from that, I have I've obtained my doctorate in cybersecurity, and I live here in Maryland right now. But the work-life balance is great because it affords me the opportunity to go home like 3 times a year to Arizona, spend a number of weeks there, and even take long vacations to the country and see the conference. Please.
So hi, my name is Kathy Cope. As Nathan said, I am the senior advocate for the AIAN ERG here at NSA. I, as far as I know, do not have any Native American heritage, but I guess I've not done a DNA test to find out for sure. But I do try my best to support sort of the AIN ERG and as best I can. So hopefully that's been working out. So my background, I have degrees in computer science and math. I came to NSA out of college. I've been working here for over 30 years now. When I came here, I really wrote code for 8+ hours a day. I absolutely loved it. Nathan talked about all of the languages he knows. I know different languages. I know assembly code. I know C code. I know C++, right? I have computer languages that I might be more proficient in than actual English or any other language. But when I was writing this code for sort of 8 hours a day, I came in every day and I absolutely loved it. And while doing that, I fell in love, I'll say, with the NSA mission. And so I've been here ever since. So along the way, after I kind of got my understanding, got my feet under me in terms of understanding what I was doing and what I was doing on my projects and kind of how to write my code, I found over time that I very much enjoyed, I'll say, helping others and mentoring. And so I kind of started mentoring more and more people as new people came in. I would kind of teach them the things that I had learned so that it could help them sort of get up to speed faster. And I absolutely love mentoring too. And so at some point in time in my career, I realized that my value to the agency and my value to the US government was probably greater in my ability to mentor and cover a lot of projects than it was to necessarily just keep doing my own thing and my own project. And so that kind of led me down a path to becoming what is known as a technical director here at NSA. And so as a technical director, I really basically help the people in the organization sort of understand sort of the direction that we want to take the organization and sort of technically help them figure out, how we might get there. So I became a technical director. I have been one ever since. I've been a technical director in many different organizations within NSA. And one of the things that I also learned, and Gila might talk a little bit about this next, but one of the things I also learned is that, NSA, right, has this huge STEM community. And it's got a lot of people that you can lean on and learn from, and there's a lot of opportunities. And one of those opportunities, especially for new people coming in, and I would highly recommend, there are lots of development programs here at NSA. And when I say that, I mean, there's a cryptanalysis development program, there's a computer science development program, there's an engineering development program, there's a data science development program, right? There's all kinds of sort of STEM disciplines where you have these development programs that are geared toward getting you more experience sort of across a wide swath sort of NSA. And so they are set up so that you kind of take tours in different offices that might last from anywhere from 6 to 12 months. And then you rotate through these various tours generally for about 3 years. And when you're done, well, number one, you choose an office that you want to go to and sort of belong to. But along the way, you've built up this huge network of people that you know and different kinds of capabilities. And you also learn sort of what you like and what you don't like. And so for anyone that wants to apply to NSA, I would highly recommend looking into these development programs, particularly in the STEM fields. They're really, really good. And then the other thing that I would say that I have found in my years at NSA is this is an awesome opportunity to change jobs, right? You can be in one job one day and then take that for a year and say, I really wanted to try something else. And it's pretty easy to do that at NSA. And so you can kind of switch careers almost if you want. But even if you don't want to switch careers, but you just want to see a different aspect of the career field that you're in, you have the ability to do that. And so you can always remain, I'm going to say, fresh and sort of loving sort of what you're doing. And I think that's from my perspective. If you come in and you like what you're doing, good things will happen both for NSA and for yourself. So on that, I will turn it over to Julio.
Actually, can we pass to Gila?
Yeah, Gila.
Oh, to Gila.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Gila. My pronouns are they, she. I am not as experienced in my career at NSA because I am an entry-level software engineer. I joined as of this May, having graduated from the University of Central Florida, which is also my Zoom background. You can see right there, my campus. On top of that, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about my educational career, since again, I haven't spent too many months at NSA, but it is something that I do enjoy overall for my professional career in life. So my background is in computer science. I graduated with a BS in computer science and minor in cognitive science. This passion of mine started in high school. I grew up in a high school that had no real support for STEM and specifically for computer science. So a lot of it was self-teaching because there was no hard curriculum for me to follow. There were no resources. There wasn't a standardized like computer science teacher, for example, until my senior year. And at that point in high school, it was a little too late to determine how much help I could get from them. But it was really interesting because despite the fact that I was teaching myself, I never gave up on that. On top of all the other extra courses that I would take as part of the International Baccalaureate program. So I would do, for example, research in science fairs, and that's what eventually led me to build my resume and apply for what was called the Stokes Educational Scholarship Program, which is how I initially joined NSA. The Stokes Educational Scholarship Program is a minority-focused program. It's meant to recruit students of different underrepresented groups and bring them into the agency over their college career. And in their college career, what you'll do, and this is what I did, is that every summer in between your different years, from freshman all the way to senior year, you'll go to NSA and intern at a specific office for what we call a summer tour. While it's 3 months and it's relatively short to complete a whole project, what ends up happening is that you gain a lot of different experience and you get to rotate around different offices. As Kathy mentioned, there's a lot of flexibility. So for example, I worked in research in my first office because that was truly my passion. I really enjoy doing academic papers. That's what I did on the side in my university. And then afterwards, I worked in analysis and mitigations for a bit. Unfortunately, I did not have a third tour, unlike most Stoke students, since I joined right when COVID was about to hit. So I didn't have a third tour to explore, but I'm very fortunate that I continued my career at NSA. And while you're listening to this, some of you may wonder, wait, so did you make your decision to commit to NSA like as a 17-year-old? The answer is yes, I did commit a really long time ago. And that's a very difficult decision to make. It's not one that's like to underestimate alone. But I decided to join NSA through the Stokes program mostly because while I enjoyed computer science, I had to start somewhere to determine whether or not I enjoyed it. Because at the end of the day, lots of people might envision a computer scientist as someone who sits in front of a computer at a cubicle for 8 hours a day. That doesn't sound ideal. Do I do that sometimes nowadays? Yes, I do. But I enjoy coding even more, even though it might hurt my eyes, for example. But besides that, I really do enjoy my career so far at NSA because I have been able to accomplish a lot through just my internships and now even working full time as a software engineer. Right now, I work in our capabilities directorate and work on data flow and cloud technology, all of which is to say that one of the best things about working at NSA is that you never stop learning. Lots of the things I learned at university does not apply at all right now to my job, but it's great because my office supports me in order to continue that educational part in order to build up the techniques and skills I need to be successful in my career. Particularly, I'm connected to this group since I'm an ally of the Employee Resource Group at NSA. Some of my closest friends in Stokes happen to be Native American and Native Hawaiian specifically. So overall, being able to network with students who are just like me from different underrepresented groups has allowed me to create this large network of people throughout NSA over the past 4 years, where not only am I exposed to different cultures and diverse ways of thinking, but I'm able to also be connected to people who are just like Nathan and Kathy and Julio, who have a lot of expertise and knowledge that I have yet to gain. And I think that's one of the beauty of things, that finding mentors, finding coworkers to learn from, finding just different expertise groups has been exciting to explore because I like meeting new people, despite the fact that I'm also very introverted on the side. I just don't try to show it right now. But overall, something else I've learned throughout my career, because as I mentioned before, a lot of how I started was just teaching myself. And even now, I still have to learn how to teach myself for different skills to keep up with the work that I have to do now, is making sure to be able to take initiative for myself, speaking up when I don't feel like the situation that I'm in doesn't serve to improve me, and being able to also not sacrifice my values for my career. Something that I didn't mention was the fact that I am very passionate about advocating for groups that are underrepresented, especially in the STEM community. And that's something I want to continue to do through my career at NSA because I want our workplace to continue to be as diverse as it is now. Thank you. I'll hand it back.
Thank you, Gila. Yes. yeah, it was great having you join us here and then join us when we, I don't know, everything. It's great sitting and talking with you and meeting you through this. Like I said, we have strong allies and strong members, and you and your friends. It's great to see that, and then to be able to provide mentorship opportunities and then learn from you. Because we are more experienced, and the part of that is that we are more far removed from our college times and like what it was like to be new to this. So it's good to do that. And that's something. When I came to NSA, I was, I guess, kind of mid-career. I still had I had a supervisor who was actually part of this community as well, and she told me, she's like, I was like, I'm a digital network exploitation analyst. I want to be able to learn all I can about this job as quickly as possible. She's like, okay, I'll set you up with a bunch of people. And so I went and I met with them. I just got to sit down and pick their brains. And then I just had all that knowledge just like come to me. I was like, okay, now I think I've like taken months away from my development because I've just been able to answer a bunch of questions right away. So yeah, mentorship I think is great, and I can be able to use that network on people to learn from. And both you and Kathy touched on it, but student programs and some of our outreach efforts here at NSA invited our great ally and advocate Julio here to discuss some of those student programs in depth.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Julio Quiroz Santiago. I was born and raised in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, where I studied, and then I was able to land an internship at NSA that allowed me to then convert to permanent employment and stay and work for the Office of Student Program Services. And through this office, we are able to share and promote our student programs opportunities for college and pre-college students, such as high schools, freshmen in college, sophomore, junior, seniors, pursuing a bachelor's, master's, and even doctoral candidates are eligible for our internships. As our partner mentioned, today at NSA, we focus on producing foreign intelligence and also cybersecurity. Our two missions are tied together, where we are able to intercept, produce foreign intelligence through signals intelligence and intercepting those communication signals, foreign adversaries, and then produce reports and information that we share with nation leaders and policymakers to make decisions in national security, and at the same time supporting our cybersecurity mission and defending critical information systems, identifying vulnerabilities, mitigating cyber attacks. We have a very dynamic mission, and to achieve this, we have several early talent programs that allow us to recruit students from high schools and colleges. We're going to be focusing on college programs today, and we have two amazing programs in addition to the Stokes Scholarship Program that Nila mentioned today. We have summer internships, and these summer internships are available for any type of students. We have over 30 programs available at the National Security Agency, available for students pursuing an undergraduate career, graduate, and even PhD candidates. We offer paid internships during the summer. These are 10 to 12-week internships that are available for students from all majors, all academic disciplines at all academic levels, where the students are able to obtain real-world experience with us. Again, 10 to 12 weeks during the summer, where they are able to combine or at least complement their academic learning experience with professional learning experience. You are immersed in an office, you are integrated in a team, you are able to work as part of a team, working on a particular project or problem set, having an opportunity to even present your findings and solutions to members of leadership, getting a lot of exposure and a lot of mentorship opportunities. Students, our ultimate benefit for these programs is that students who are closer to graduation, we facilitate information and resources for them to stay at the agency. We wish to retain your talent, and although it's not guaranteed, we do have a pretty good retention rate, and our students often decide to stay with us, where we're able to extend a final job offer so they can come back to the agency upon graduation. So imagine being able to work with us, and even before your internship ends, you go home or go back to school in this case with a final job offer. So you don't have to struggle finding a job upon graduation because the agency is expecting you, right? So Through our internships, we are looking for entry-level talent. We're not expecting that you know everything. We wish to provide you with the resources in order to be successful in this job, and then providing you the exposure and the opportunity to be successful in your career. Again, giving you the confidence to pursue this and take advantage of all the benefits that we have at the agency that some of our partners already mentioned. It is important to understand that these internships are open for students nationwide. We have our headquarters in Fort Meade, Maryland, but we have other sites that are located across the nation. We have a location in Hawaii. We have a location in San Antonio, Texas, Augusta, Georgia, Colorado, where students are able to participate in internships in those sites as well. But the majority of our interns come here in Fort Meade, Maryland. And for students that are eligible, we provide transportation and housing assistance. So it is a major benefit that we provide to our students, again, to reduce the stress associated to coming to a new place. We are able to provide you with this assistance and this benefit so that you can focus on the work. Okay, and then you're able to learn and get to know other interns that are coming from different parts of the nation, different cultures, and being immersed with them to share and have a good time during your internship. As Gil mentioned, there's a lot of training opportunities as well. Our interns are able to take advantage of all the training that we have at the agency. We are like a small city, right? And we have everything that a city needs in order to thrive and be successful. We have our own school. We have our own police force. We are also STEM, but my background, for example, is human resources. So we do have our business division where we have contracting, we have acquisition, we handle budget, we handle accounting, human resources, recruitment, employee management. We also have our own health division. So we hire nurses, we hire physicians, psychologists, our language and intelligence information analysis, right? We rely on our analysts and our language analysts to examine the information that we receive and determine whether or not there's represent a national security, right? Normally, the information that we intercept is encrypted, so we need our code breakers to help us decipher this information. And normally the information that we intercept is not in English, right? So we rely on this expertise. With that being said, think about how your skill set fit NSA. We don't hire by major, but we rather look at how your skill set is transferable to the positions that we have. So if you're looking at this and you may not have a STEM degree, may not have a business degree, and you don't know how your skill set fit NSA, we invite you to go to our website, intelligencecareers.gov/NSA, where we have a lot of information available, including a job quiz. And this is I guess, one of the most important tools that we have out there, because it would allow you to answer a couple questions related to your interest and your academic background. And the website will direct you to some of our career fields that may align to your particular background and interest. Again, it's how your skill set is transferable to the positions that we have. So if you're interested in one of our internships, but also full-time opportunities, it is important that you list in your resume all your experience, whether that is paid or unpaid, any extracurriculars, including your participation and involvement with AISES, and take advantage of the opportunity to commend AISES and the opportunity that you provide to the students, because the fact that you are here, you're watching this, you have a particular interest in your field of study, you wish to learn more and leverage these resources. So definitely put this in your resume and put any leadership opportunities, anything that can help us determine any transferable skills that may deem you a competitive candidate for one of our positions. It is important to have there. In addition to our summer internships, we also have a co-op internship, or cooperative education program internship. It's a very unique opportunity. We have any student watching this that is a freshman and sophomore in college, pursuing an associate's degree with the intention of later pursuing a bachelor's degree, or if you're pursuing a bachelor's degree and you are a freshman and sophomore, okay, this opportunity is for you. We have a program that is intended for freshmen and sophomores pursuing computer science, computer engineering, electrical engineering, and cybersecurity degree, as well as a language-focused degree in Chinese and Russian, or Chinese and Russian studies. This opportunity is a rotational program, so the students alternate between school and work to complete their bachelor's degree and complete 52 weeks of work with us at the agency. It is a very unique opportunity because students are able to go to school and then come to work and work in different offices. So normally students have the opportunity to work around 3 or 4 times, depending on their graduation date. And you're able to work in different offices, different directorates, like Gila mentioned. For example, computer science students, normally they are placed within our capabilities or research directorate. You're able to work as part of a team. You are a full-time employee, so you are already tackling problems, knowing about the agency, knowing about what we do. You go back to school and then you come back and you do a different office, right? And then the most important thing is that you decide where you want to go. Our co-op students select their own offices. So you have ownership, you're the author of your career at NSA. For example, computer science students, as I was mentioning, I had a student a couple years ago who he was very interested in research, and he did some tours in the research directorate, and he liked it so much, and he liked the math aspect of his degree, that when he went back to school, he enrolled in a math minor. And normally when we go to school, we go in hopes that we are able to land a job as it relates to our field of study. And the agency, very, very interesting, is the agency provided the opportunity for the student to learn and get exposure to the job that we did or we do in this particular field. And then he was able to go back to school and complement that opportunity with that academic background. So it is an amazing opportunity. Our co-op internship allows you not only to get exposure to the field of study, but eventually convert to permanent employment. Again, it's not a guaranteed, but we have a pretty good retention rate with the co-op program as well, in which we facilitate information to you to land a job upon graduation. Our co-op students are very competitive, and one of the greatest benefits that we are able to provide to the students, in addition to an amazing career, academic and professional career, is benefits. So as a co-op student, you are eligible for health benefits, medical, dental, vision, retirement benefits, life insurance as early as you start with us, and mentorship opportunities. You are rotating in different offices that allow you to identify a large network and mentors that can help you guide your academic and professional career. In addition to that, we provide partial tuition reimbursement. So co-op students, we are able to reimburse the tuition for one class related to their STEM major. Every semester they are back at school. Every semester that the students are back at school are in a leave without pay status, but they remain agency employees. So we are able to, the students are able to retain their benefits even when they are back at school. So amazing opportunities within our student programs, but in addition to student programs, we have full-time opportunities. So students who are either graduated or pursuing a graduate degree or closer to graduation, we always advise students that a year out, try to consider NSA for employment. For example, by the time that we are recording this, it is November 2023. So students who are expected to graduate in December or the fall of 2024 are eligible and should be considering applying to full-time opportunities at NSA, in which we have opportunities in offices, but also development programs. And these development programs are rotational programs in which you are hired as a full-time employee and you are able to rotate in different offices, again, that you select that are related to that particular field. So within computer science, you're able to rotate in different offices related to the work we do, related to that type of field. And then you're able to get an holistic view of what the agency has to offer in the particular discipline, and then decide where you want to go, right? It diversify your experience and helps you be more competitive, not only your career, but also helps you defend the nation as well. In addition to STEM, we have language, we have business, project management, and we have several positions that are available right now. So I encourage you, again, to visit our website, intelligencecareers.gov/NSA, for more information on how to apply and to see the list of positions that we have available.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to comment on what Julio said about this being like a small city. So as with a small city, we have many of these things right behind Gila. We have buildings that need to be built and heated and cooled and powered. So one of the big successes we had of this last attendance of NSA to the AISES National Conference is that we brought an engineering expert with us, because oftentimes we go to these job fairs and conferences, universities, and we broadcast the cybersecurity, the cyber, the math parts of what we need, in addition to language and intelligence analysis. But we always have on intelligencecareers.gov/NSA jobs related to engineering. There's plenty of environmental engineering jobs, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. I even talked to some people at the ACE National Conference, and they said, "Oh, you probably don't have anything for me. I'm a graphic designer." And I pulled up intelligencecareers.gov/NSA on my phone. I was like, "Oh, we actually have listings for graphic designers right now." We also have interior design too, because these buildings need to be other than just empty gray buildings. So yeah, lots of opportunities. Great mentorship, whether you come in through a student program or a development program as a new graduate. And I will say that there are also development programs for mid to late career employees. I recently graduated from a mid-career development program. It was great. I just got to pick what I wanted to work on for a couple of years, and like, I want to go work on this and concentrate on this, and I really want to grow my skills here, here, and here. And just found an office I liked during those tours, and that's where I work now. So really like it, and supervisor, I get to pass on my knowledge and experience to others who pass through. So with that, we will.
If you don't mind, we can go over the security clearance process real quick. Do we have time?
Yeah, just open up for any questions before we get into that, and we can talk about
Absolutely.
the security process at all. So for any of our attendees, do we have any questions you'd like to ask? All right, we'll give it a bit, but yeah, Julio asked a good question about, so you mentioned that, when you're a year out from graduating as a student, that is a good time to start consider applying to a job in NSA if you're interested. And we do have those jobs listed through all our field sites throughout the United States. We have Hawaii, Alaska, Utah, Colorado, Texas, Georgia, here in Maryland. Apply for those jobs, and reason for some of that extended consideration that we give applicants, and that applicants might want to use that last bit of college time to wait from hearing back from us, is because of that security process. So, Julio, do you want to talk about the security process?
Absolutely. Yeah. So like Nathan mentioned, the reason we ask you to apply a year out, even with student programs, and I failed to mention our deadlines or application windows for student programs is in the fall, every September to October, to be considered for the following year, an internship with us in the following year. The reason behind that gap is because in order to work at the National Security Agency, all employees will need to go through the security clearance process, and they need to be eligible to obtain a top secret security clearance, which is something that our agency will host for those students that are selected. It consists in a background investigation, a polygraph examination, and a psychological evaluation. The background investigation is a security form that we will share with those candidates who are selected, in which you are able to provide information about where you have lived in the past years, if you have traveled, where you have gone to school. So if you are thinking about joining NSA, one of the things that I recommend you is to start preparing for this questionnaire. Always the mentality that you will get the job. And with that, start building a list of individuals that are able to verify your information that you are listing. Friends, family members, neighbors, professors and friends at schools, and any other extracurricular activities that you do, again, that are able to verify this information. Once you submit this form, you're able then to move forward in the next stage, which is the polygraph examination. And this polygraph, commonly known as a lie detector, it is not a lie detector. It is a mechanism that we have to see the response to certain questions. Again, the questions that we're already asking in the security questionnaire and this background investigation. We want to trust you with classified information, so we want to make sure that you're trustworthy. Part of the reasons that we do this polygraph. So I remember it is the machine where they strap you a couple cables and they ask you again the same questions. I remember I was so nervous my first time that I failed the part when they asked about my name. Which I do know my name, so I was nervous, but then I was able to go through the process. I was confident, and then the second time I was able to pass. So again, it is important that you are trustworthy and sharing the information up front. Again, we are not asking you anything outside of what you already provided. In addition to this, we also conducted a psychological evaluation. And this psychological evaluation, you meet with one of our clinical psychologists, again, to go over the same information that you already provided. So it is it is a lengthy process, but again, that's why we ask that students apply and consider NSA early so that you have time to process for this. The idea is that by the time that you obtain your security clearance, you will also have or be closer to obtain your academic degree in order to work with us. More information about this can be found in our website, intelligencecareers.gov/NSA, where you're able to find videos from our security team explaining the process and more information within the website.
Yep. And share a personal anecdote here. Just so we're generally a bunch of nerds here. I won't speak for everyone, but I think most of the people in my office, like my office is a big space. It's an office level and it's got other parts underneath it. But we had a chili cook-off the other day, and so just kind of a potluck lunch, morale building activity. And I won most unique chili. I just made like a Southwestern red chili, just because being from Arizona, it was really good. I guess people out here never really experienced that, so I won the most unique chili. But then on my award, which was a wooden spoon, it had an additional layer. It had an encrypted message. So the challenge was also, so you won or you participated, and the next challenge for the top level prize is like solve the encrypted riddle on this wooden spoon, and I did. So it was really fun. So yeah, usually I'm just kind of in this like supervisor space, like doing stuff, but it was fun just to kind of jump back in and do a little bit of math and problem solving there to figure out how to decode that message. So it was really fun. But one of the things I like about this place is that, so we get to do these things, we get to handle information and really work towards the security of our nation and inform this highest level decision makers. But that work really doesn't leave this building. It can't leave the building. So like at the end of the day, one of the things that was told to me when I was a young Marine, still kind of working under the cryptologic or NSA umbrella, was that one of the best things about our job is that the work stays at work. Like I'm free to do what I want afterwards. I don't have to get a call. I don't have to have a bunch of like reports and things out on my kitchen table, or I'm like having to work, but I could spend time with my family and pursue hobbies. For here, it's in November, and so it's hunting season for me, so I get to do that and play music and participate in events with the local Native American community here in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area as well. But does anyone want to comment on their work-life balance, how they found it, or how they've developed it over the years?
Yila, go ahead.
So for my work-life balance, I would say it's pretty great. One of the best things was just being able to go every summer and then not worry about homework, not worry about tests, or having to spend any time with extracurriculars at my internship, and I could just purely focus on doing the best I can do within my working hours. And then the moment I was done, I had time to just enjoy being a student, but in the sense of like having the freedom to just like explore the DMV area. So like explore Maryland, explore DC in my free time. Have time to actually cook for myself, since usually my life in college, I overdid it. I would both recommend and not recommend to do what I would do, but I had over 15 credits in my course load. So usually for most universities, full time is considered 12 credits. I always went over close to the maximum limit at UCF. And on top of that, I was a part of various different organizations, which I loved a lot, but it would usually mean that I was at school from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So while spring and fall would normally be mostly consumed by school, at least in the summer, because of work-life balance at NSA, I was able to just focus more on myself and properly take care of myself and regain energy for what would be my next very daunting school year. And it was a constant cycle. And now, being a full-time employee, I still really enjoy it. I love not being able to have to do anything when I go home, and I can just focus on my youth and experiencing my youth in the best ways that I think would suit me, whether it's going out to explore or just
hard. We have fun. We enjoy, most of us enjoy our jobs. And in fact, I would say the vast majority of people that stay here at NSA, it is because of the love of the mission. People fall in love with this mission and it's hard to leave. But when you leave, you don't bring that with you. And so you might think about work and whatnot, but you don't bring work home with you at all. And so that frees up time for me personally. I am sort of enjoy various types of sports and whatnot. So I like to go hiking. I like to play golf. I play golf almost every chance I can get. But when I was younger, I played soccer in leagues. NSA has a lot of sports leagues. So I've played softball in NSA softball leagues. I played soccer in NSA soccer leagues. So I've done a lot of activities, I'll say, outside of work that I've really enjoyed. And, I don't think in industry, you don't generally get that much freedom to do those kinds of things outside of work. So I think that's definitely a big plus for NSA.
Absolutely. When it comes, I mean, we have many benefits. Some that you learn once you start with us, but as Nathan said, we are able to build morale and share with others. The agency gives us 12 hours every year to share moments with other peers at work. If I now wish to go to like a movie, watch a movie with Nathan, for example, I am able to, as part of my work schedule, I'm able to go to the movies, and the agency will pay for that time, time that I'm away from work. Again, sharing and having a moment with coworkers, building morale, right? And in my office, I know other individuals have gone to lunch, to do their nails. Again, we do holiday parties where we're able to share that moment and just, again, step out of work and focus on well-being. For those of you who like to exercise, for example, the agency gives you 3 hours every week, where, again, as part of your work time, you're able to get paid for those 3 hours for physical activity and meditation. Clearly, I don't use those 3 hours as much as I should, but agency has shape centers. So we have gyms. You're able to do that at home before you come in or after you leave work. Again, 3 hours that you get paid to exercise. In addition to counseling sessions where you are able to seek counseling with a clinical psychologist, where you're able to utilize that benefit. The agency does invest in human capital, and there is a lot of flexibilities and leave programs in place to support it. In addition to that, education advancement, as Nathan said, you are able to take advantage of the opportunities here, whether it is through the school or even obtaining your degree. I'm currently pursuing my master's, hopefully finishing it in December 2023. And agency is paying for the classes that lead to that degree. So I am not taking debt. but instead leveraging this opportunity that the agency provides. So if you're thinking, maybe you're thinking of potentially going directly to master's after school, not necessarily looking for full-time opportunities, my recommendation is always, keep NSA open, as again, we are able to, or you will be able to utilize this benefit down the road. And then in addition to that, I must leverage, or at least mention, the ERGs, the employee resource groups. And these are affinity groups where we don't only educate the workforce, but you're able to serve as allies and learn about different cultures. Myself, I landed a job at the Office of Student Program Services, where I'm able to travel to universities and travel. There's a lot of travel opportunities, which is why, as NSA, as a group, visited AISES earlier this year. But we are also able to share this information with other represented communities, just as yours. And I love it. I love every minute of it because, again, as part of the Hispanic community, I'm able to share this information. Fortunately, no one came to my school when I was at college. So my goal has been, to ensure that students have this opportunity and get exposure to these opportunities at NSA to be successful, or at least consider these opportunities, rather than not having them at all. And when it comes to ERGs, we have over 10 employee resource groups available for different groups, where we have the African American ERG, the American Native Alaskan Native ERG, we have the Hispanic and Latino ERG, veterans, women ERG, and for example, the English as a second language. My first language is not English. My first language is Spanish. So when I came to Maryland from Puerto Rico, which we provide relocation benefits for those that are long distance, but coming to Maryland, it was a culture shock, right? And thinking myself that I'm not necessarily worthy, but don't have the tools to be successful at my job because of that language barrier, I was able to find in the agency a lot of training. I was able to develop my English language skills through briefings, writing skills, but also seeking mentorship and being able to express myself in a group of individuals that share my same culture, same values. Through the Hispanic and Latino ERG, the English as a second language ERG, I was able to find those tools, again, to be successful. And I want to reiterate that the agency, we're not expecting you that you have all the tools that we're looking for. We're looking to develop you, especially coming out of college. We're looking to develop you and give you this tools to be successful, wherever that is, right? So again, we have a school. So students normally that participate in internships, if they lack of a particular skill set, we are able to supplement that through classes, whether that is a programming language or a foreign language, or a particular skill set, whether that is oral presentations, briefing, writing. We have that, right? So my recommendation is that consider NSA, give yourself a chance and submit your application, right? And allow us to review and to share that feedback.
Thank you. Once again, we're got a few minutes left, but my name is Nathan Browning, and I'm the working the cybersecurity directorate here at the National Security Agency, and I'm also the chair of the American Indian Alaska Native Employee Resource Group, where I'm proud to have allies such as those joining us today, and the benefit of student programs. I wasn't a benefit of the NSA student programs, but the Department of Defense's student programs, I was able to come in during while acquiring my master's degree. A lot of opportunity, a lot of good work-life balance, and many different ways we've come through to NSA, whether through internships. I was a director at NSA, but through a military career and other DoD and intelligence community places of employment, and then making that decision at 17 years old, which is an exciting journey. I'm glad you're here with us, Gila, and Kathy, who's been here
A long time.
a long time. She only gave broad answers to questions right here. But yeah, really happy that you could join us today and hear some more stories and hear of like why we like working here at NSA. Yeah. Do you have on the line?
Hi, this is Cam. I just wanted to chime in real quick. I want to thank my colleagues. You did an awesome job. We at the DEIA office appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad we were able to do this AISES webinar. If anyone has any additional questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And Bree, is there anything else you would like for us to do before we conclude?
No, I think we are good to go. I just wanted to also again say thank you all for joining us and sharing your stories and sharing the many opportunities with NSA. And like Nathan said at the beginning, I have recorded it, so it will be uploaded onto our YouTube AISES channel for any future views.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.